Hey, this is Joe Castiglione, and you're listening to Not Another Sox Podcast. Can you believe it?
Yankees suck! Yankees suck!
Buenos noches, amigos. Welcome to another episode of Not Another Sox Podcast. My name is Ian Doran, here with Sea Dogs Mark, and special guest tonight we have Patrick Arter, who you might recognize from, that's right, the Carshield commercial. If you're watching us on YouTube, he even gave himself a little tighter here, "You bum." And if you don't know that, I don't know if you're a Red Sox fan. So I have Sea Dogs Mark here. Jack is out tonight. Patrick, we are ecstatic to have you. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. This is fantastic. I mean, like I said to you in the pre-show, I mean, this is not something that was on my 2026 bingo cards, being on the extremely niche Boston Red Sox podcasting circuit. So it's fantastic.
He goes the extremely niche circuit, which is funny because like in the podcast realm, we talk about each other's podcasts all the time because they all look the same, right? It's like 2 to 4 white guys complaining about a baseball team. And there are a good chunk of them, but now you exist on the circuit. You are canon in the Red Sox podcast network. Also, as I told you, and as Mark knows, Mark actually had no idea you were our guest tonight. So Mark, how does it feel to have Patrick on? Did you know right away?
I took like half a second and then immediately froze up a bit and got very starstruck. I'm glad we weren't recording because I genuinely did get very beat red. The second I was like, oh my God, it's the you bum guy.
It's the you bum guy, as it were. I was telling Patrick last week as well. He was like, I don't know if I know much about baseball. And I was like, Patrick, whether you know too much about baseball right now is irrelevant. Fenway Park is always resounding, you bum, bum, and it echoes.
For better or for worse, right?
Yeah. It's become almost a cat call against our enemy teams to say that your car is out of warranty and you pay full price for repairs. Tell us about yourself, Patrick. You're obviously an actor. Where are you from? What are you doing?
Yeah. So I'm a working actor based out of Los Angeles. You guys are probably not going to like this answer, but I'm a big Dodgers fan. I grew up in Southern California, and I've been a working actor for my entire adult life. I went to acting school. I did the whole thing, and the last few years I've gotten really involved in the commercial game. I've done a lot of commercials. And I am very fortunate in that I got hooked up with the team over at Carshield. They do a ton of ads. And like I did one, they have like a home insurance thing, and I did that. And then with this spot, they called me direct and they booked me direct. So I didn't audition for it. It was because
hell yeah, man.
I know. Which is like the dream, right? Because it's like, I mean, like actor stats are, my batting average for booking gigs is like 0.9, dude. So it's like I analyzed it last year, and like out of all my auditions, I booked less than 9% of the things, which is just like nuts, right? So with Carshield, when I'm so thankful for it, is like they called me and they booked me direct, and I got to spend like a week in Florida. I met all these different baseball players from all these different teams. And it was tight. It was super cool.
So are you telling us there are more Patrick Arter Carshield commercials?
Yes, there's 4.
Let's go.
There's 4 of them.
I'm so ready.
So I shot day 1 was with Ryan Mountcastle on the Orioles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who like just broke his foot. So he is, because I was checking his stats right before this, and I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing. And he's on IL. And then I shot with Marcelo Meyer on day 2. And then on day 3, I shot with Junior Caminero.
Okay.
And that spot was nuts. I mean, like it was crazy. And then on day 4, I shot with Jason Alexander, the Astros pitcher, not the actor from Seinfeld, which was really confusing to everyone because we all saw on the call sheet Jason Alexander. We're like, oh my God, awesome. And then we get and we're like, oh, it's the pitcher from the Astros, not Jason Alexander. And then who's the last guy? JJ Weatherholt from St. Louis. We shot with him.
Wow.
And, I know. So it was
the gambit. Yeah.
I know. It was crazy. And that shoot we shot all over Florida. It was during spring training. So we went to all these like different facilities, and all of the shoots were based off of the players' availability. So like they would come straight from practice and they would shoot this like super funny, bizarre ad for like an hour and a half. And then they would like go and do whatever. But the Marcelo Meyer gig, I mean, none of us had any idea that it would become sort of like a meme. I think they knew it was going to be like funny because they booked me and like I have these like big stupid expressions, but I don't think
that's why they booked you, right?
I don't think they knew truly how like far Marcelo's like read would take the spot. Because I mean, so I'm based out of Southern California, and I don't get like the New England Sports Network is your guys' is like Spectrum or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't see any of those ads out in the wild. But from what I've heard from people over in that area, it's like that ad's running all the time. And you guys are seeing
every commercial break.
You guys are, which is like, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fantastic.
It's become a cult classic over here, dude. Like we are quoting this thing end to end.
Yeah. I had no idea it was running that frequently because I just get text messages, hey, I'm seeing you on TV, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. But well, yeah, no, that gig was super cool, and I'm like so grateful that I got to be a part of it. And yeah, it was just like so funny and weird to like meet all these players.
I'm curious because I did find your website. I looked up a bit of what you've done and some of your background. You definitely have a lot of theater work. Obviously, you know, acting is acting, right? You're going to take whoever's going to pay you enough money to do it. But do you tend to lean more towards theater or more towards film?
I love theater, and I went to theater school, and that's the work that I'm the most passionate about. Obviously, like the film and TV and commercial stuff is where you make money, right? And like I won't like ramble too hard about it, but I work with this group that does classical theater in bars. We're called the Backroom Shakespeare Project, and our whole thing is we do a Shakespeare play in a bar with one rehearsal and no director. So it's like this like super duper like loose like theater thing, and I love that experience. And it's like it's a one-day time commitment, so I can make it work with like all these different film shoots and everything. And it's just like a great way to stay sharp, and it's a great way to like stay kind of like loose and receptive. Because like with this Carshield commercial, I show up and it's like none of us know how it's going to go. None of us know like how the player is going to be, or if they're going to have any lines memorized, which they don't. And
yeah, we could tell.
That was going to be one of my questions.
Well, dude, and like what's so funny is because they have a teleprompter, right? It's like a digital one. It's not like cue cards. But they set it like off like on my eye line, so like it's supposed to look like he's talking to me. And on the day, his teleprompter was set off like at a little bit of a farther angle than I felt like was normal. But like as an actor, it's like you don't say anything because it's like it's not your job. It's your job to just like show up and do the work and go home.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, I don't know if it looks like he's to me. But everyone else was like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then like, dude, when you like see the footage, it's like he's so far off. And it's hilarious because it's like it's just him like sort of so blankly like at an off angle, and dude, it's hilarious.
I think that's what's endearing about it, right? Is like we love him. He's 22, like he's playing baseball. He's a kid, right? Yeah. So what you get out of it, you don't really know. But like I said, it's endearing watching him. And it's more fun to imagine him reading off a cue card, like some guy over there just holding some giant index card, and he's just looking and reading. It's what makes it endearing. It's why we love having him in there.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And I saw this article that like they interviewed, I don't know, maybe you saw it too. There was an interview with Marcelo Meyer where he's like talking about this Carshield commercial. Right. And he's like talking about, he's like, oh, it was so fun. And then he was like, yeah, we were on set for like a kind of a long time. And I was like kind of ready to be done. I was ready to be done. And I was like, dude, why are you dunking on this? But yeah, I mean, and then, you know, like obviously all the other players have unfortunately seen this ad 1 billion times too. So it's like, they're like, oh yeah, he's a great actor. He's just so freaking funny, man. It's awesome.
I mean, we're loving it for sure. Mark, it sounds like you enjoy watching Patrick Arter, friend of the podcast, in the Carshield commercial.
It's legitimately my favorite commercial on Nessun right now. And, you know, this is more a joke for Ian, but I will say, and I think anybody watching will agree, it's definitely out of the 2 Carshield commercials going on Nessun right now, the vastly superior one to the other Carshield commercial. That's all I'll say.
What's the other one that's running over there right now?
God,
so let me pause you real quick, Mark, because we did have a comment in chat from one of our fans of the show, Zoidbergerer. Imagine if they had him calling Schilling a bum. So the other one is Curt Schilling, where people kind of have some mixed feelings about him. I mean, he was great for the Red Sox when he played, but there have also been some kind of like, I wouldn't call him PR, maybe PR outbursts regarding Curt Schilling. So there's some like mixed reviews on how people feel about him. But as a baseball player, he did right by us. But sorry to hijack, Mark, because the other guy out there is Curt Schilling. Totally.
Yeah, you versus Curt Schilling, and you're winning, in my opinion.
Yeah, he pitched in the 90s, right?
2000s. He was on the 04 Red Sox.
Yeah. His is just like the straight to camera stuff, and his isn't like the scripted
It's not a bit, right? It's not. It's no skits. It's no nothing. It's just, hey, you should have a car warranty.
Yeah. And I mean, Carshield like mixes it up. They like do some of that where it's like the more serious stuff. And then they do like kind of like ridiculous stuff, like the stuff with me. They also have like a ton of stuff with like Ice-T, which I don't know if you've seen, but it's like so funny that like Ice-T is in like a ton of Carshield ads. No, it's like the campaign. I don't know if they're still running it. I hope they are, because I would love to meet him someday. It's like a detective thing where he's like doing the like Law and Order thing, but it's like with like car repairs, which is like so funny. I mean, like the people that Carshield sort of get for all their commercials, it's a lot of people. I mean, there's like a campaign with like Mario Lopez, and it's just like that going through their like roster of talent is just like so funny. Ric Flair. I mean, when on the first day, the first night in the hotel, I was like at the hotel bar, and like in comes some guy who I was like, oh my God, that guy looks like Ric Flair. And I looked down, he was wearing a jacket that said Ric Flair on it. And I was like, oh, I guess that's how you know it's Ric Flair, is when it's like self-identifying on his like sweater.
You couldn't tell the difference otherwise. I'm glad he's wearing that so that we all know it is the actual Ric Flair.
Yeah, I know.
He's not just looking at him, right? Like just awkwardly from across the bar. Like,
hold on, is that Ric Flair? Yeah, he's like done a handful of them. And of course he's like doing the thing where he like looks in the camera and goes like, woo, but it's just nuts.
Fun fact from another comment in chat: Curt made his MLB debut in the late '80s. So
you were right about him being a '90s. I'm just Mr. Red Sox.
You just got dabbed by Patrick Arter.
Yeah, right.
How do you feel?
All the way up.
Got exposed big time.
So is it Arter or is it Arter?
It's Arter, just Arter. Yeah,
right, Patrick Arter.
I mean, I've obviously been an actor forever, and it's like every audition I have to like say my name out loud, and
you did put the "you bum" in parentheses here. Is that your actor name?
Just so you
Patrick Arter taken
we're workshopping it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Work in progress.
Great.
Yeah. We'll change my IMDb after this recording.
Oh yeah, good. We'll file the new paperwork with Equity. We'll get the insurance to say "you bum" right in the middle names section. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Are you?
But yeah, I would love
go ahead.
to. I mean, because I'm still in touch with a bunch of Carshield people, and they kind of they brought this podcast up to me, right? And they were like, oh, they jokingly asked about going to Boston to yell at Marcelo Meyer, and I was like, what are you doing? And then I checked my Instagram and I saw that this is here, and they the Sox play the Dodgers in August, so I'm gonna hope to make it out to there to yell at each one.
Hell yeah, dude! When you do that, let us know. Well,
Yeah.
hey, we'll bring you. We'll bring you around Fenway. We'll get you a beer. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna say if you didn't say you were coming to Fenway, like you'd get a hero's welcome.
Oh my god,
Hey.
I'm so surprised at how frequently it's running. I had no idea it was like as often as you're saying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you should throw a first pitch. Truthfully, with how frequently it's running.
Dude, that would be so freaking funny, man.
I'm for it. Mark, do you think you can reach out to the staff over at Fenway and have Patrick throw out the first pitch?
I have a lot of connections, like as you know, and I we can make that happen.
Yeah, great.
We're mostly joking. We're not entirely connected with the office over there, but I mean we're pretty.
Well,
crafty.
they haven't seen this footage yet, or maybe they have.
Hey guys,
Hey
I have
guys,
something to
hey
show
guys,
you?
you guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
You bum Arter is gonna be.
I still have the shirt. I kept the shirt. I asked the wardrobe person, can I keep my cool floral shirt from the Carshield shoot? She's like, yeah, go for it. So,
Oh my god, what a souvenir!
I know. How about it? I know.
I'll trade you for it.
We'll talk. We'll discuss.
Just kidding.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll take this offline.
Yeah.
We'll
Get
take
on
that
eBay.
back.
My people will talk to your people, and we'll hash something out that feels fair for both of us.
Right, of course. Well, I mean, being an actor, right? It's always about finding like creative ways to get in touch with some of the people you work with, because I mean, at least on the New York scene, it's the cattle calls can be like thousands of people, and everyone's showing up at 3 and 4 a.m. because they're only going to see 300 to 500 of 2,000 people, right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting in the room, like yourself, you have to be an offer only or an appointment only kind of guy.
Right.
I'm sure you go on plenty of auditions otherwise as well, but that's why you got to like make your friends and get emails and take other people's classes, because you have to be able to like cut the line to be seen as an actor. So
Yeah.
as far as like getting a good email, it's definitely an actor skill. I'm sure you're very aware of it.
Yeah. And I mean, like, dude, like I said, I can't overstate how grateful I know this is gonna sound fake, but I'm so grateful for the Carshield jobs, because it's like getting that connection has made me more money as an actor than like any other job has ever made me. And it's just like, it's gotten me work that I have been sort of looking for forever. And I mean, of course, yeah, it's like a fun, silly commercial. But it's like so much fun to work with people who I really enjoy, and like getting to meet people who, I would never meet otherwise. I shot another gig with him that hasn't come out yet, with I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but it's like some other celebrity. So it's like there.
Sure. NDA,
sort of,
we won't tell.
Right. But it's like that job has like sort of resulted in more work, which like I'm so grateful for it. And because I mean this industry is so tough, and it's like you got to make it in any way you can. And for me, it's become doing commercials, and I'm so grateful for all those things happening. And of course, like doing movies and TV would be cool, but it's like, you got to find a way to do all of it in order to like afford to live in a apartment in Los Angeles, right?
Right.
No.
I want to give a shout out to one of our fans, actually, Christy, obviously, for everyone listening, very close with the pod, is the fiance of our other host who is out tonight. But we do a weekly segment called a Little Extra Mustard, where I know you saw the clip, but we essentially recognize a highlight of something a player did at a certain point throughout the week that made a difference, whether it was a big strikeout or a home run or what have you. So we had a fan shout out from Christy, which, again, we will pick her out of the suggestion box more often than not. But she wanted to recognize the actor from the Carshield commercial is giving that performance a little extra mustard. So shout out to Christy kind of setting all of this in motion. And then I forget your friend's name had commented on the post on Instagram and said,
Oh, that was my
favorite
sister.
actor, Patrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank her for us, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and like, and because now I've done a couple of jobs with like athletes and like celebrities and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's like you have to really send it really hard, right? Like if in the Spacewell one where it's like they're not, their job isn't to be charismatic on camera, so it's like it's my job to sort of like dial it up a little bit extra in order to like make it work. And yeah.
Was that apparent to you, Sea Dogs Mark?
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. It's wild because I was watching the game today and the commercial came on. Again, I had no idea you were coming on. Ian was like, yeah, I did my research before you came on and everything like that. That's why I've been a little quiet. I'm blindsided still and still working through being starstruck. But I swear today I was like watching it. I was like, dude, his expressions are so funny. Like when Meyer pops up next to you and you do like the most, like you're like
yeah.
it genuinely kills me every time. Like you said, you have to like go a little over the top, and then Meyer's looking over your head.
I know
it's so funny. No, I do. I think it's fantastic.
It was super fun, and like the thing that didn't make the cutting room floor, which I'm so bummed about, is at the beginning of that. At the beginning, after I like yell at him, I turned around and I gave a bunch of high fives to all the like the background actors, and there was an actor like holding like a can of like holding like a cup of soda, and I like went over and I like drank his soda. I like went over and I drank his soda, and as I was doing that, I was eating someone else's popcorn, and I was like doing like all this stuff, and I was like, this has to make the final cut, and then it didn't, and I was like, oh man.
All right, so we need the movement now. We need to # release the Carshield director's cut.
I know, the full thing. What was so weird about that spot is it was the same script for 3 different players. It was the Caminero, the Meyer, and the Mountcastle spot. It was the exact same script all 3 days. So it was like each day, and it was just a different player plugged into it. So I was just trying to like come up with a new thing to do every single day. And yeah, with Marcel, I know exactly. So with Marcel Meyer, I was like, okay, I'm going to do the drinking someone else's soda, and it's going to be really, really funny. And then that's going to make it. And it'll just have to live on in our imagination. But
no, we're uncovering it. No,
yeah, but like as an actor, it's like you just gotta like do as much as you can with the hope that like something makes it. And I'm like, those crazy silly expressions, it's like those all made it, and I'm jazzed that they did because it's funny. I mean, it's super funny.
It's I can't stress enough how much I truly love this commercial, Patrick.
Yeah.
Like you're definitely becoming a cult celebrity. Obviously, we're seeing you we're seeing you more than a lot of players on the Red Sox team.
Oh, great.
So you're building like this little cult celebrity ship in Boston. Obviously, we hope you get to make it over here. Do you have a favorite project as an actor that you've gotten to work on? Obviously, this was a big part of that, but other than the Carshield commercials.
So I got to do this short film with this director. His name is Derek Sang, and he was actually nominated for an Oscar for like a best foreign feature film and he directed a couple episodes of like 3 Body Problem and this great director. But what was so radical about that gig is it shot in New Orleans for like 10 days, and it was like getting to work with this director who was nominated for an Oscar, as well as like getting to like hang out in New Orleans for a week and a half and like kind of shoot and have off days and like make all these friends. It was fantastic. And like, I get to travel for work decently often, but like getting to travel and also hang out and spend time in that location is just like a dream come true. And that job was just fantastic.
Mark, would you cast Patrick in your commercial for popcorn?
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
popcorn and
He
soda?
wouldn't need an audition. He'd get the
Great.
direct call.
Yeah, well, he is an offer-only actor, so you would.
Get the
Yeah,
offer.
right.
Thanks.
Yeah. You guys can join my representation team too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I would do
expanding
that
into
for you,
whatever
Patrick.
market. The Boston sports market feels untapped and ripe for opportunity. So
Yeah, we're on it. We'll get our connections. We'll reach out to our friends who. Mark has a lot of
We'll
friends.
reach out to all
right?
those
So-
connections that we have. Yeah.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
All those connections. We'll reach out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We will always run a Carshield commercial here if we are asked to run a Carshield commercial here. So
just bring me back. I'll do them live.
Yeah.
I'll just
you'll do them live?
I'll do them live, baby.
You just committed.
You'll do them live. A NASP
We've got it
exclusive.
recorded.
Yeah. Well, Mark, you can edit the whole thing for us. I'll do the
contract,
production side of things. It'll be a NASP exclusive reenactment of the Carshield commercial.
Right.
And you know what? Fuck it. I will also play Marcelo Meyer in this commercial, and then Patrick, you of course reprise your role as the original heckler of the baseball players. What do you guys think? Does this work for all of us? Or
my idea was keep Patrick in the corner every single recording of you and Jack, and just have him heckle you guys throughout every podcast.
Yeah.
To the point where you do start to get legitimately annoyed. You're like, actually, we're trying to talk Red Sox, but yeah. I think that's the way to do it, though. Every hour straight, just heckling every 5 minutes.
Hey, I bet your dog's not that excited to see you when you get home from work.
In character. Do you bring that character with you to other places too and use that?
I'm so afraid of confrontation that I don't, because if anyone says anything mean back to me, I'll start crying. So
Patrick, calm down. What do you mean by calm down?
Are you upset with me?
What do you mean? We have one of our fans in chat, Sean Palmer, is a graphic designer. He has done a lot of stuff for the Red Sox and a lot of players. He's going to make a Carshield graphic for Patrick. Once that comes out, I will make sure that you get it on Instagram where we're connected. I would also ask you, because we're kind of nearing the end of your time at the very least on this show. Where can people find you as far as website, Instagram, your public professional profiles?
Yeah, I mean, all of my material is just on my Instagram, which is just my first and last name at Patrick Arter, no spaces, no nothing. That's where I keep all my information, all my links to all my materials, and that's where I'm the most active.
Fantastic. And do you have a personal Instagram where we can all reach out to you or send fan mail?
Yeah, just that one. Yeah. So reach out to me on Instagram. Yeah, at Patrick Arter right there. I'm on my phone all day, every day.
Good. Also,
which is a healthy way to live your life, and it's a healthy gap. So. But
for all the fans out there, don't harass Patrick Arter. He has a lawyer on retainer, and the lawyer's a dog.
I just got paid to do the commercial. It's up to them to determine how often that's getting run. I just got paid to show up and to yell at Marcelo Meyer, man. Him and his beautiful eyebrows. I meant to ask him who did his eyebrows, and I never did. I'm gonna
imagine he did them. He was like, I just put some. Yeah, I did these.
Yeah. His eyebrows are nuts. His eyebrows are so thick.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Wow.
Some people really do have it all.
Well, by all means, send Carshield to us. We'll run your commercial from Carshield on the show anytime.
Oh my God.
It has been an absolute pleasure to have you on. Mark, I'll give you one last check here before we run to our commercial break. If you want to ask or run anything by Patrick before we get our Carshield commercial going.
All right. I do have one question. I have two, if it's okay.
Yeah, dude.
So one of them, and you guys are the actors. So if I'm breaking an actor's code, you're okay to not answer this. So Ryan Mountcastle, Marcelo Meyer, Junior Caminero, Jason Alexander, JJ Weatherholt.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the best actor?
Well, so the thing with all of the people, except for Jason Alexander, is everyone used a teleprompter, which is fine. I mean, it's like these people, they're busy and they have stuff to do, and like they can't be expected to like memorize a commercial script. But like, dude, Jason Alexander had that entirely memorized, and like it was crazy. Like, because his setup was he was like on the pitcher's mound and I was like in the box, and they were like asking me if they needed to like set up a thing, and because the way it was set up, the teleprompter would have been the distance. What is that? 60 feet from the mound to the thing.
You got it.
So like that would have been, the teleprompter would have been so small. So he kind of like had to have it memorized, and he had that memorized, dude. Wow. And like he was acting with me too, because I got used to doing the Marcelo Meyer kind of like deadpan kind of vibe.
Yeah,
right.
But he was straight up like commercial acting. It was nuts, which is why I think that spot works in like a different way, right? Because it's like it's not funny because it's like this like contrasty thing. It's funny because it's like he's a celebrity who's like playing along with this like gag.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what was so nuts about talking to him is he was telling me how nervous he was to shoot that commercial, right? Because he was like, oh, this is so like, you know, there's a film crew of like 100 some people, and he's like, this is so crazy. And what he told me, which was so kind, is that he was so impressed with me being like a professional actor, right? And like showing up and like having the lines memorized and doing all that. And I was like, oh my God, you're a major league pitcher and you're like nervous about doing this silly commercial. And he's like, I don't know, I just want to do a good job.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so sweet. It sucks that you're playing for the Astros, but like apart from that, this is great.
Let me get you in touch with my agency.
Yeah,
they're looking for you.
Yeah, but yeah, he was great, and he was like so easy to talk to and so kind, and the whole time in the back of my mind, I was like, man, you play for the Astros, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, what do you do?
Does that answer your second question as well, Mark?
It honestly does. No, genuinely, my second question, the follow-up was going to be, do you enjoy working with athletes? And honestly, throughout the interview, I've kind of gotten that sense. Yes, you do. It sounds like you really enjoy kind of working with these guys and like kind of helping them through this thing that they're not comfortable with. So yeah, that was going to be my follow-up. Is it frustrating or is it fun to work with athletes?
No, dude, it's totally
I think
fun.
We have the answer. Yeah.
And I did a spot last year with Christopher Bell, a NASCAR driver. And it was the same sort of thing. It's like getting exposed to like this world that like I never would interact with, like talking to a NASCAR driver and, you know, like asking him like, hey, do you get like scared driving a NASCAR? And he's like, no. Do you get scared being on set? And I'm like, no. And it's like we're both like learning from each other and our like weird fields combining. Which is just like, dude, it's so funny because yeah, I would never in a million years have a chance to like talk to people like that and get to it doing this. Every once in a while, acting works out. You know, it's a lot of like
must be nice.
It's a lot of getting
retired. I'm a podcaster for the Red Sox now, but yeah, must be nice.
Dude, it's like you know, the amount of unsuccessful auditions I'm doing every single week. You know, every week I'm sending out like 6-ish auditions, and you know, you book one thing a month maybe, and it's a lot of just like really hard, not very fun work. But then every once in a while you get to go on a podcast and like talk about doing a really funny, weird ad with Marcelo Meyer, or like to me, a NASCAR driver, or to like hang out with Junior Caminero and see how he's like wearing so much jewelry, dude. Bro showed up in so much drip. It was crazy. He had like an assistant like holding all of his chains.
Did he wear it in the commercial, like over the car?
Or like he did like a couple of, he was wearing like a couple of things, but like the majority of his chains, there was like someone just like holding like rings and stuff. It was just crazy.
That's got to be peak, right? When you,
I know.
Oh,
yeah, this person's just holding all my gold.
I know.
Just following me around with that.
Yeah, and the dude's like 23 years old. Like he's like Meyer's age. I mean, he's like.
Yeah, well, I gave up all my chains at 24, so maybe it's just
it's keeping you humble. It's keeping us humble, you know.
Yeah. Well, Patrick, thank you again. Before we cut to our commercial, do you mind giving us just one more "you bum"?
I'll do it that way so I don't blow out the mic. You bum!
Oh, you
All right. Welcome back from
that was fantastic.
Wow. I am a huge fan of Patrick. Thank you for joining us. Absolute pleasure for him to be with us. So, Patrick, thank you again. We are unfortunately in the second half of our show. We're going to talk about the Boston Red Sox.
Oh.
Mark, I know. I'm sorry. We just had this excellent guest, and now we just
gotta talk Sox.
We have to talk about the team. We have to talk about the team. Like, I don't want to talk about the team, but we have to talk about the team. Like, what's?
That's why we're here. So Franklin Arias has been crushing though down in
Yeah,
Portland.
he's real good. Yeah.
Let's talk. Franklin Arias, man, he's the future.
Yeah. Well, at least there is a future to look forward to, because I'm getting real stuck living in the present with this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually say that I have more least favorite players on this team than I do favorite players on this team, which is not good when, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like you said, you'll sit and watch just them going up to bat, and you're like, no, he's not going to do anything for me. He's not going to do anything for me, you know?
Is there one person that comes up and you're like, this fucking bum again?
Yeah. I like just like Patrick at the TV. No, and I hate to say it, because it's the basic answer, and he's honestly been playing better lately, but he still hasn't like lost like I've heard people call it the like pick up your phone player. Like they're up to that. I don't need to watch this, and it's Durbin. It happened today. He popped up, and I was just like, yeah, I'm all set, man. You're not giving me anything. And honestly, but more often than not, it's Story. But I didn't. I got a reprieve from him today, which was refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, a reprieve from him today, and you know what? We still lost 3-1.
Yeah.
To the Astros, who beat us yesterday too. What was that one? 6-3.
I think so. Yeah, I missed that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It was fine. I'll give you the breakdown. Let me know if you've heard this one before. Red Sox load the bases and nothing happens.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Oh yeah. Do you think you've seen that once or twice before?
I've heard of that one from the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of their specialty. And then earlier this week we had what was the other team we faced this week? That was it the Orioles? No, it wasn't the Orioles this week. Who was right after the? Oh, it was the Blue Jays. We had a week with the Blue Jays, which I mean, we're in the Chad Sox era now, right? So, what is Chad 50-50, or is he 4-2?
No, I think they have a losing record under Chad now.
Do you think maybe the problem wasn't Alex Cora? Do you think maybe the problem is like, I don't know, Breslow's roster?
Yeah, I'd say honestly, I've reached a point today where I am at like we got to blow this thing up, and I'm not talking like front office. Like I do think front office ownership. That's just like that's the basic response. That's what everybody's going with right now. But I'm even at a point with the roster where everyone's getting asked about Cora every day. The vibes could not be lower right now. And it's just, I've reached a point personally where I'm like, keep the young core, the Meyer, Roman, Crochet. Is Crochet young? Crochet's youngish, but keep those guys around. But like kind of just anybody else, it might be time to just, we need a shakeup. We need a big shakeup at the deadline because again, vibes could not be lower. You got Story talking every other day to the newspaper, putting his foot in his mouth. I just heard about this one. I was going to mention Contreras locker room today.
What happened with that?
I just saw it on Twitter right before we started recording. Let me see if I can pull up the actual quote.
It was you said it was between Contreras and Meyer, which
Yeah.
is please.
Oh, so what I was going to say, it wasn't like them speaking directly to each other, but Contreras, I guess, said in the locker room today, article by Sean McAdam of Mass Live, Contreras said it probably doesn't help that the lineup has a number of young players who don't have much experience in dealing with slumps. And minutes later, Marcelo Meyer seemed to take exception to that explanation. Quote, to me, that's just kind of an excuse. Blame the young guys. But at the end of the day, we're all playing baseball. We're all pros. We all know what we need to do. I don't think we're doing a good job with runners in scoring position. When you don't do that, you don't score runs. So, I mean, these guys are using the paper in the clubhouse, the reporters, to like go back and forth with each other. Story with Breslow. Now this thing with Contreras and Meyer. It's turning into a mess. And I'm a big Contreras guy. I think most people are, but
yeah, I was gonna say exactly that, right? Like it
I was
would
shocked
be
when I saw it.
Yeah, and maybe it's just a matter of like, I don't want to say thick skin, right? But like Contreras has a point. It's like you got to work through slumps. There is a huge part of learning how to work through a slump to becoming a major league stud. And there are some guys that maybe didn't hit slumps and just like built their confidence like crazy. But it is so difficult to hear that maybe some people were not happy with something Contreras said, because if this team is without Contreras, then there's what's the fucking point? Like, where's
yeah. And he seems like a very team first kind of guy. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's not my favorite quote. I think that, I think that I kind of agreed honestly with Meyer. Like, I think the whole team needs to take about accountability, because honestly, the older guys are kind of going through slumps too. And Meyer's kicking ass right now at the plate. I think if he didn't get robbed yesterday, I think I saw he'd have an 11-game hitting streak right now. And Roman, he's bouncing back. He's been up and down this year, but you got veteran guys too that are struggling. So I think it's harsh to put it on the veterans. And 1 through 9, nobody knows how to do ABS. So,
right. I think we were scarred by that game in Cincinnati where, the Reds had 6 overturned calls and we blew both of our calls immediately. Yeah. And then we ended up paying for it, right? We ended up losing that game just because we couldn't command the strike zone after that. So obviously we were scarred by that. And then, management shake up. Maybe there's time to right the ship with that. But obviously Chad Tracy's style of building the roster is, I'm going to put the same guys in the same places every single day, which I like that a lot. I think that's the right move, and you can mix and match them a little bit here and there, but Cora was all about having an 11 or 13 man lineup rather than having a 9-man lineup. So I like Chad Tracy's style of let the guys play it. I think a bit more than I like Cora's, truthfully.
Yeah. I was thinking that at first, and then I realized I've only gotten to see Yoshida start once in the past 7 days. And as you know, I'm a big Yoshida guy, and so that's been
who isn't? How can you not be a big Yoshida guy?
That's killing me a little bit. He got the pinch hit today. It was nice to see him, but I do miss seeing him start under Cora. I will admit.
Yeah, he's got the biggest cheese, dude. Like once he hits something that he knows was really important, and he just flashes the pearly whites.
He warms my heart with every time he smiles.
Wow.
Brightest smile in Boston.
Oh, Mark, it's so beautiful. You should write him a letter.
I should.
Hi, Yoshida. It's me, Sea Dogs Mark. I just wanted to say that you have a really nice smile.
Come back to Portland. We'll start you every day.
Every day. Yoshida in Portland might have a 1,000 batting average, truthfully.
Sell it out. I do genuinely think it's a tough situation. They gotta move on from somebody, because he is playing, like, when he does get up, he's getting on base. He has an over 400 OBP right now. Like, he is a good player, unironically.
Comment in chat again from fan of the show, Zoidbergerer. Need a Scooby-Doo Yoshida jersey. Sean Palmer, if you're still here, we need a Scooby-Doo Yoshida jersey, and I would probably put money on that pretty quickly.
I mean, it exists, yeah.
Does it
exist? the reason he said that was he was down in Portland for the Sea Dog Scooby Doo night. There's a picture
No
of Yoshida
way.
I'll find it for you. Hold on, I'll send it over to you.
No way, dude.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a Scooby-Doo Yoshida. Well, this is why we keep Sea Dog's Mark around. This
Yeah,
is
I
what
know all
this
the-
is what the
I know
reporting is all about.
good analytics. You know, I don't know that Kurt Schilling pitched in the 90s, but I do know that Yoshida wore. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on, it's coming over to you.
Which what again, you know, like when I was talking with Patrick, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know too much about baseball, so I couldn't be much help." And then just drops this, "Oh yeah,
Just
Kurt Schilling pitched in the '90s, right?" And it's like,
absolutely cooked me. I'm like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, you bum.
You bum. All right, I just sent it over to you. Not great quality, but
That's all right. It'll pop up for me. Oh my God! Wait a minute. I would put money on this immediately. Can we have if Junior Caminaro's assistant is not carrying around some heavy gold chains, can they look up the Scooby-Doo jersey and send that over to me?
Yeah.
Which it is insane that they can just have assistants do that. Like all the insider info we're getting from Patrick on how these players live their lives off the field.
I wonder
it
how
makes
much
me feel even better.
The assistant chain carrier gets paid, like just to carry chains.
Oh,
and how do I apply? How do I apply for that job?
You're gonna leave the pizza shop?
Oh yeah, to carry chains all day, absolutely.
Chain carrier.
Yeah,
be chain carrier. It's an unpaid internship. You get exposure and credit.
Oh, you make connections.
Yeah, it's a 19-year-old college student. Again, Zoidberger in the chat. I want to be a chain carrier. Need an Indeed link. It's good career change, you know, if you feel like you can make that work. I'm not a professional chain carrier. I'm barely a professional baseball podcaster, but I mean, technically, I guess. Zoidberger also, you know, again, plug for Zoidberger. Big fan of the show, and I'm a big fan of him. Has printed out a lot of 3D effects regarding the Red Sox and some of the things they offer. So Sean Palmer in the chat says, at Zoidberger, my clicker cooler came in. It is amazing. So it was something that Zach, if he's allowing me to say his name, has he makes a few things 3D printed, and he printed a fidget of the coolers that they have from Fenway, a 3D clicker. So if you're not following him on Twitter, I'd follow him on Twitter. Let him know you want some of those clicker coolers, or don't. I'm an amorphous voice from a podcast in your ear right now. So if you don't end up doing that, it means nothing to me, truthfully. Anyway, Mark, you were saying something about whether or not Caleb should be optioned and if they're selling at the deadline.
Yeah. Well, actually, one that I wanted to bring back, I thought, because I'm over Durbin. No, I was actually curious about your take on this. I saw, speaking of Zoidberger, when we were talking about Story not playing today, he asked, was he benched today, do you think? I wanted to get your take. Do you think that all these comments and stuff caused Trevor Story to be benched today? Because I did notice, I mean, they're pinch hitting for Monasterio. They pinch hit Yoshida. And then immediately, who did they put in for him? They put somebody else in the second he got to base. It seemed like they were almost avoiding putting Story in the game today, whether that's for a rest day. Oh, Kiner Falefa. Seemed like Story was not touching the field today. I'm curious about your take. Do you think that the Red Sox organization is benching him?
I don't know. I don't know. It's really tricky to say because he has not been incredibly productive. I personally am a fan of Trevor Story because of the experience and the leadership he brings to the team, especially for the young players. And last year, like we even saw, he slumped really hard, and then he came out of it, and he was the difference maker in a lot of these games.
Oh yeah.
If they're benching him because of how he's talking to the media, I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think as an older player at 33 years old, LOL, an older player at the premier defensive infield position, it probably doesn't hurt to give him an extra day off here and there. So whether it was like PR or logistical, I couldn't really speak to that, but I think he needs a extra day off here and there regardless, because he's just that
was kind of my
player
thoughts as well.
He needs rest. Yeah, you think just because he's fucking old and brittle? And,
he's super, super old.
Dude, he might be the oldest baseball player I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Yeah.
Name an older baseball player. You can't?
Yeah.
I
can't name an older human being.
Then in Trevor's Story.
Yeah. I need a walker just to get to the plate.
Yeah, it's and then he tries hitting with it. Yeah. Wait, do you think that's something they could do? Like, imagine you had your walking cane was actually a baseball bat, and then you pick it up and you use it to hit a baseball. I'm going to be a riot at the old folks' home, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're just going to love me there.
They're going to love it.
And Trevor's Story.
Yeah. Because, how old are you, Ian?
I'm 22.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, today's my birthday. I'm 22.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Ian.
I'm almost 32 years old.
Okay.
So if you met a person
years,
almost as old as Trevor Story, the Trevor Story years. I still have most of my hair though, unlike our boy Trevor. But
no, low hanging fruit.
He's balding a little bit. That's somehow like not my problem with Trevor Story is that he's balding a little bit.
It's the stress of being on this team. You can't blame him.
What's stressful about being on this team? Name 1 to 4 things.
It's all just fun. Day in, day out, fun.
Yeah, it's just vibes. It's just vibes. It is just rancid vibes. People are hating this team. I sincerely hope Chad and the team he's built can right the ship. But it's really sour over there. And the second the clubhouse starts going downhill, it's like, oh no.
That's what stressed me out.
We've lost our pitching now too. Bayo can't find his stuff. Crochet hit the IL. Toley's been fantastic, which is great. Early has been fantastic. Suarez has been almost unhittable in his last few starts.
Yeah.
And now maybe a hamstring issue.
I did see on Twitter, I don't even know the source, so I'm sorry, but I saw just before we came on, somebody said that he's hopeful that he's going to make his next start. Now, hopeful, you can just say that, but I think anybody's hopeful that they'll make it, but that did sound promising.
It did. And we should be getting Sonny Gray back too soon enough, who was above average, I think, for this rotation. There is definitely a higher ceiling that I hope we see out of him this year, but it's like if the Red Sox have one thing that was supposed to be good, it was the rotation. And if we start losing that, then it's like, well, now we're relying on Caleb Durbin in his second year going through a heavy slump, maybe looking at a potential option once, Romy Gonzalez has an announcement, which doesn't seem like that's coming anytime soon either.
I kind of forgot he was on the team until you said that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
sorry.
Don't forget about Romy Gonzalez.
I'll try not to.
Help me, Romy Gonzalez. You're our only hope.
If that's what the Red Sox season is riding on, we're done for. I love Romy, that's
the missing piece is Romy Gonzalez. That's what this team is missing.
I enjoyed Bennett the other day.
For a major league outing, I thought that was
exciting. Yeah. That was refreshing.
Blockbuster for Perales, right? Was the 1-for-1. Well, blockbuster. Yeah. It was 1-for-1 in the minors, but
yeah. But it was nice seeing him go out there and get the win. I think it's cool. I don't know. I think it's cool seeing all these guys come up totally early, and now Bennett, and they're looking good coming out of our system. It's like maybe we can develop some pitchers. I don't know. I could be messing up Bennett though. How long was he really in the Red Sox minor league system? It could be from elsewhere, but
Yeah, but I think you can also give credit to like Eduardo Rivera when he came up a week and a half ago and was
Yeah.
fantastic. Jack Anderson had a great outing. Samaniego, Ryan Watson. Like, I mean, granted, Watson was also
Watson's
he was a
cool,
Rule
but
5 guy.
yeah.
Yes, but this team is developing pitching that is performing at the major league level, and truthfully, thank God, because we built this stud of a rotation that's like being held together with duct tape.
Yeah.
Which I'm grateful we have guys like Tolley and Bennett that we can call. And Cutter was set back in his rehab assignment. Sandoval set back in his rehab assignment. So like these guys are stepping up to the plate. They're becoming the men of the house.
Yeah.
I
No, fully agree. Yeah. I mean, for me, Tolley's like can't miss baseball. I love watching Peyton Tolley on the mound. He's a blast.
Yeah. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon, right? You're going to put on your sweats and plant yourself in front of the TV.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I don't know. He's just entertaining. He's so much fun. I saw him. I don't know what the situation was pregame. I usually turn on the game like after the first pitch, but they did like their clubhouse shot, and you see Tolley. He's like poking Connolly early, and you see Connolly being like, no, and you see him. I'm not kidding. Just go, and you can read his lips going, "No, I pinky promise," and he's literally like trying to get Connolly early 2 minutes before this baseball game to start to pinky promise him something. I need Peyton Tolley to stay on this Red Sox roster. I don't want him sent back down to Worcester once people are healthy. He's a blast, and I think he's what this clubhouse needs too. But I need to find, if somebody has the clip, it's hilarious. He's like chasing him around the clubhouse. Like, no, I promise.
He's if there is a vibes plugin that is needed for this team, I'm totally with you. Goofballs like Tolley and Early are only going to make this team more fun. And I think when you get slumped, you need a reminder that playing baseball is supposed to be fun. And that's why Jaron Duran in his last few years has been a relatively decent player for the team, including his 8-win season, which again doesn't just happen. Is like remembering that baseball is fun. It is a ton of fun to get paid millions of dollars to go out there and play a sport every day. So maybe Tolley's the plugin that reminds this team that it is fun to play baseball.
Yeah, I know. I fully agree. It was nice seeing a home run out of Duran today too. See a little power from this team.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about guys who are slumped, like a lot of misplays from Duran, and it feels like in the last few days he's kind of turning that back on. So I hope he catches fire, because if you get the level of Duran leading by example that you had gotten in recent years when this team was slumping, then team will catch fire again. You'll get the vibes plugins from Tolley and Early, maybe Contreras. God, I hope Durbin figures it out. I think he still has an option, so you could move him if you needed to. But I think Durbin is the key to this team performing well, because once he starts hitting again, getting on base again, like once he's not an automatic out in that lineup, then this lineup extends itself by one full person.
Yeah. He's bottom of the lineup. So you're not supposed to expect much out of him, but it's so nice to hit your top of the lineup with somebody on, I loved having that with Rafaela last year when he was in that 9 spot, and he was hitting well, and they just said, yeah, that's okay. Keep him in the 9, it was almost like having you have your 1 slot. It was almost like having like a half slot. It felt like when Rafaela came up, it's like, no, we don't have our top 4. We have our 5,
right. We have our top 4, but there's a guy already out there like waiting to cross home plate.
Yeah. Do you like that swap between, I know we're about to close down, the Roman Anthony and Jaron Duran? Because Roman was going leadoff for Cora, but they made that swap and people have been talking about it.
I do quite like the swap, and we're okay to go over a few minutes here because I think there's a lot to talk about this team under the hood, because again, the vibes watching this team really could not be worse. But I do like the shakeup. I think Duran is a better leadoff guy because right now his game is speed, and his on base has been like a 333 the past few years, 330, which is decent, but he's he's a steal threat when he's on the base paths. He's flashing a little bit of power. He's definitely got some hit for average in there, which is nice. And especially if like Raphael is your half guy and Raphael is already on first, if you can rely on Duran to just like bloop you a single, Raphael is going to get to third and you're going to have Duran on first. So I like the change of putting Duran in the one hole and moving Roman, because I think there was a lot of pressure just, your sophomore season leading the team from the front. And if you're dealing with a slump, you're going to get stuck in your head about that. And then you're going to have to like lead a team when you're not feeling good about it. So I think the first slot is open for Roman Anthony when he puts that consistency piece together. Because we saw last year he performed like he is a stud. When he gets that consistency down, I think the first slot is his to grab. But right now, I agree moving Duran back there and moving Anthony a bit deeper in the lineup is a better fit.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that 3-4 Roman Willier too. A lot of Roman getting on, get Willier up, and Willier's he's been kind of the one shining spot on this team this year. Still up and down a bit this series, but.
Yeah, the hot and cold hitting streaks from Willier. I mean, we've seen that in the past, and when he gets hot, he's unstoppable. So I think that's another piece you can look at in this lineup and be like, once Willier starts like turning it on again and becomes the 25 home run player we know he can be, then again, it's another one of those pieces that makes this team good. Nobody is firing on any cylinders, and once multiple people start firing on any cylinders, then I mean, it happened last year with Lucas Giolito and Brian Bayo, right? Once they both started firing at the same time, this team became a playoff team. And now Brian Bayo somehow got cursed. He took something from a pet cemetery burial ground and didn't put it back, and now he can't pitch anymore.
Yeah. And pitches a fit about it every day. But
I am so over the attitude. But here is what I would like to do, because we're just cresting an hour here. I would love to go into our segment if you are able to come up with a player highlight of a little extra mustard. Is that something you think you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Right. Okay. You have to remind me of it again, though.
Okay, I'm gonna play the sound and then we're gonna do it. Sound good?
Okay.
Cool. Ready? Okay.
A little extra mustard.
Little extra mustard. Our current favorite segment. We're going to go through one specific player highlight that happened throughout the week. And if you're joining us for the first time on this show, or if you would like a reminder as one of our kind of swing-in hosts here and there, little extra mustard is this player did this thing really well and it influenced the outcome of the game. So that might be Chapman throwing 103 on a strikeout pitch. You're giving that pitch a little extra mustard. In the past, I've done Wilson Contreras with some of his home run bonks over 400 something feet, giving those home run swings a little extra mustard. So that's kind of the idea around how we're building our mustard. I am more than happy to go first, Mark, unless you feel like you got something right away where you're like, oh, this player gave it a little extra mustard.
I'm still trying to figure it out, so you go first.
All right, fantastic. So then I am going to recognize Ranger Suarez's performance in Toronto. And he is a guy who's starting to pick up. I'm hoping that injury's not long. Ranger Suarez threw 8 scoreless with 1 hit in Toronto. That is the guy you paid $26 million to. He was painting the strike zone. He gave his 8-inning performance in that Toronto Blue Jays game a little extra mustard.
Like it. I mentioned it earlier.
Mustard? Huh? Do you like that mustard, Mark?
I like
mustard
that
Mark
a lot.
What if that was your name? What if it was Mustard Mark?
Let's
Mustard.
Let's be silly and goofy.
Let's just be a little silly.
Goofy.
Just a little silly.
I'm gonna do Jake Bennett. Like I said, I think that just like that kind of gave me a little bit more hope for the future with that start getting the one win against the Astros this week. It kind of landed on him. When five scoreless? No. One earned run, but still, five innings pitched, looked really good out there. So I don't have as much pizzazz on it, but I was very impressed with Jake Bennett, and I think he gave it a little extra mustard a few days ago.
I like that take a lot. Again, we've in the past few weeks recognized a lot of extra mustard from the guys making their MLB debuts and then just shoving, right? Or like Peyton totally getting called back up and just shoving. So
yeah,
I quite like the Jake Bennett pick because he's another guy who's becoming the man of the house and he's showing he's up for the job. So
that was his debut, right?
Yes, it absolutely was.
So I got scared. I was like, I didn't want to like get all hyped over his debut, and then somebody be like, "It was he did."
That was his second game, actually.
Like I was like, I didn't. I'm so nervous. Like I'm like, I need to watch more games. But yeah, that's why I was really impressed. I was pretty sure it was his debut. Yeah.
Well, I want to point out two things before we sign off for the evening. So first and foremost, I discovered just moments ago that I am able to edit the display name. So you are now Mustard Mark as far as your display name goes. Yes, let's go. Yes. But secondly, and another shout out again, fan of the show at Zoidbergerer, tagged you in the Pinky Promise video on Twitter. LOL.
God. You guys, he is.
I'm telling you, man, he's the best of us. He's truly the best of us. But I'm excited to see this Pinky Promise video. I am hopeful again this team doesn't bum me out one more fucking time. Where can people find you before we sign off, Mark?
On Twitter at CDogsMark, and then on Instagram at Mark McClusk.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for jumping in for Jack Webster tonight. Pleasure to have Patrick Arter on. I again hope this team is getting better because I would love to have a more excitable episode next week. But tune in for more stuff. And I love you. No, I love you. Okay, I love you. Bye.
I love you.
Did you just